What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome back to Grateful Panic Knife Reviews. I'm so glad that you stopped by, and I hope at the end of this video that I really hope that you are too. And I'm going to preface this by saying this is not me answering a call to arms. This is not me snatching up my pitchfork and hauling ass to the edge of town to meet Steve and the rest of the townsfolk to tar and feather Brian and run him out on the rail. That's not what I'm doing here, and nothing against Steve and his call to arms. That's just not my part in it. This right here is my part to play, and this is my responsibility. And the way I see it, holding myself accountable and being upfront and honest and letting my position be known to you guys is my part in this, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna be honest, the motivating factor in this was listening to Zach Man's video, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it tore me up a good little bit. Zach, he's one of the best people you'll ever meet. Like, between him and Jody, I mean, how can we go wrong? Like, they are two of the most genuine, caring, loving, generous, helpful, I mean, just any good descriptor can pretty much be applied to them. They're just genuinely good people. And watching Zach's video and hearing, you know, like when he first started talking about how he was approached to write the articles and do the videos and stuff, like you could hear that excitement back in his voice. Like, it was almost like he was remembering the excitement he felt. You know, 'cause that's a big deal. Somebody's approaching you basically to write for a national publication. Like, that's a big deal. And I mean, we all know how passionate Zach is about this hobby and the people in this hobby. And so, I mean, I'm sure that thrilled him to no end. And then, you know, what his friends did for him, you know, and it was like, once he started talking about that little bit of sadness and hurt came in, you know, remembering the end result. And by the end of the video, I mean, it was just nothing but hurt, and I felt like he was just trying to keep his head up till the end of the video and stay positive. And I'm gonna tell you what, guys, that, quite frankly, that pissed me off, like, big time, to think that somebody could do that to another person, much less somebody like Zach. Like, I mean, the man's good as gold, you know. Like, what kind of evil do you have to be to do that to somebody like Zach and still look people in the eye, you know? Like, I wouldn't be able to hold my head up if I had done that. I mean, and by no means am I perfect. I'm just, you know, I'm just a scumbag trying to do right. You know, I've done my fair share of crap and doing people dirty, and, you know, basically this whole, I mean, I love the hobby, but, you know, doing this is kind of like kind of my way of trying to make things right, you know. I mean, I know you can't, it's not like you can do enough good to outweigh the bad that you've done, but, you know, at least it's a more positive alternative than to just keep doing bad. So I choose to do this. But you know, I hate to think that even in at my worst I was that bad, and maybe I was, I don't know. You know, that we can't see our own actions a lot of the times, but, you know, I don't know. Up until today, I'd kind of taking the stance of, you know, I wasn't there, I can't prove or disprove whether or not, you know, he did the things he's being accused of. Yeah, it kind of seemed like it, because he was admitting to a lot of, well, not admitting to a lot of stuff, kind of half-ass apologizing for things, and not really giving us any specifics, or even saying that, you know, he had done anybody wrong. It was more of, oh, oops, I made a mistake. No, I'm sorry. After listening to Zach, and Zach's one of those people, like, I just take him at his word. If he says something, then it's true, you know. And when he was finished with his story, yeah, I'd formed my opinion on Brian Ball. But all right, before we get to that, I'll just give you my interaction with Brian. And basically, we interacted at two fellow YouTubers. We weren't friends, we weren't enemies. We knew who each other were. We had a few interactions that were neither negative nor positive. I mean, what, you know, actually the first interaction I had with him was actually fairly positive. This was, I don't know, I feel like this was probably before all this crap started, and he was still, you know, in the good graces of, and maybe before, you know, he had succumbed to the dark side or whatever. But I actually had a good conversation with him about some Monterey Bay knives when they first started putting knives out, and you know, I thought he was a decent guy. Now later on, I mean, I never thought he was the horrible person that he turned out to be, but I just, you know, kind of, he wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't really, our personalities didn't jive. He was kind of a pompous asshole, and loved to talk about being a stand-up comic, and he was far from funny. Oh, I found nothing he did humorous at all. I've watched two of his stand-up routines and didn't laugh a single time. Spent most of the time through both of them actually predicting his punchlines and stuff, because I doubt you're watching this, Brian, but you know, you talk about, you know, being an expert on you know, stand-up comic, and all your mentors and the guys you model yourself after. Your material's not too bad, but God, your delivery sucks, man. Your timing sucks. Like, you're off, dude. Anyway, enough of that crap. But like I said, I mean, it wasn't really, I was kind of indifferent to him. So when all this stuff happened, you know, I never had a negative experience with him, and I was just kind of like, I mean, I'm just gonna stay out of it. Well, that's a load of crap. Because I mean, something that affects the community like this, you can't just stay out of it. You've got to have an opinion. You've got to form an opinion. And after watching Zach's video, I mean, my opinion is formed 100%. So, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this, and you won't hear it out of me again, because I'm just not this type of person. But I mean, I'm kind of pissed off, and this is not in any way, shape, or form aimed at you guys. This is aimed at one person alone. Brian Ball, you can fucking die and go to hell, man. Like, point blank. That's how I feel about you. And so now that that's out of the way, and I've, you know, got that kind of off my chest, I just, as far as Super Steel Steve goes, like, I like the guy. I don't have a problem with him. He's not everybody's cup of tea, and he's very polarizing. I feel like you either hate him or you love him, and just depending on what day of the week it is, depends on whether he has more haters or more lovers. But one thing I can say for him, he's passionate. He doesn't act, I mean, I think a lot of people think he just acts on a whim. He doesn't act on a whim. He acts on a conviction, and he stands behind his conviction 100%. And you better be one stubborn son of a bitch if you think you're going to beat him on something he's convicted about, because like I said, you combine all that passion and all that conviction, and you shove it inside a redheaded bastard. I mean, you got a powerful weapon right there. And like JT said, he's a good man to have on your side when shit hits the fan. I mean, he's a good man have on your side when the shit's not hitting the fan, because if he's got your back, he's got your back. My first interaction, like on a personal level, the first time I actually met him was at Blade Show 2019, and I really didn't. I mean, we kind of met in passing, and to me, I had no clue who he was at the time. It was this redheaded, bearded guy in a shirt, and I'm pretty sure it's Spyderco, maybe. It was Spyderco Benchmade, but I'm pretty sure it was Spyderco. It just said Spyderco across his chest, and then it had a stick figure humping the end of the word Spyderco, so we can all take a guess at what that means, and I thought it was pretty funny. But anyway, and I mean, I heard him for, like, I was in the general area, the same general area as him for, 15-20 minutes, and I heard him the whole time I was there, and I was like, that guy's got a set of pipes on him. But like I said, neither negative nor positive. I'm just, hey, didn't do anything to me. Seems like all right fella. He's kind of loud, but oh well, so I can be loud sometimes. But my first actual interaction with him was, I had posted something on Instagram. I'm not even sure what it was. But there was a certain YouTuber, and I'm not going to mention his name, but apparently he had a problem and took offense at what I posted and kind of went off, which I had no clue about this because I was at work, hadn't looked at my Instagram in a while. And when I finally did, I had a notification. Steve Kalari commented on your post like several times. I had a bunch of them. I was like, what in the world? I looked, and just like this. So basically, I guess he had in his meanderings of Instagram that day, he had scrolled by my post and saw this YouTuber going off on me, and well, he wasn't having it. And when I say he was going, I mean, he was, yeah, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, and he wasn't even directing it at me. Like, he went off on this guy, and a couple of back and forth, and the dude was gone. Well, I sent him a message thanking him. I was like, hey man, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate you sticking up for me. Like, that was really cool of you. We don't really know each other. And he was like, man, these were his words now. He said, oh, so-and-so, he who shall not be named, he tends to forget his place sometimes, and he just needs to be put back in it. Hey, fair enough. Say no more. You did just that, and like I said, I appreciate it. But so yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. He has a heart of gold. He's got a hell of a heart. It's just he tends to follow his heart to the ends of the earth, and with all that conviction and passion and loyalty, that's a lot of shit packed into one red-headed package, man. You're playing with dynamite. So you guys know me. If you're watching this, you know me, and I'm not just gonna blow smoke up your ass. I'm not gonna lead you astray. I'm not gonna tell you something that is gonna hurt you or tell you something that's wrong. Steve's a good guy. Not for everybody, and do I agree 100% with the way he's handling things? No, but that's not for me to agree. Like I said, we all have our part to play in this, and if everybody plays their parts and sticks to the script, which there's no script, it's life. But things will go like they're supposed to go, and they're already going like they're supposed to go. Now, I don't know. My main purpose, my main point behind this video was, tell you guys where I stand on the matter. 100%, not wavering. That's my stance, is that he is 100% guilty. I know it ain't gonna happen, but what needs to happen is every single person that was shysted needs to get restitution. But like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think he can get his hands on enough money to do that. Now, as far as should he be ousted from the community, I don't know. That's not for me to decide. There's so many different variables to weigh when you're talking about that. Just simple fact of, and really it doesn't matter, because if you don't feel that you can trust him again, then just don't interact with him. And you know, he gets enough people not interacting with him, he's not going to stick around for long anyway. So that would kind of solve that issue. But like, I don't know. It's not that. It honestly isn't my plan. I would prefer that he just go away, you know. But I mean, that's kind of mean, but it is what it is, you know. He screwed up. But anyway, as far as him, that's where I stand. I think he's a big piece of shit, and well, you heard my words earlier. But as far as the main purpose of this, so you know, listening to Zach talk, I mean, you could tell he was hurt, like it hurt me, like it tore me up, like it took me a little bit after that video to kind of compose myself, because it's just, I mean, I don't know, Zach he's just like an extension of Jody, as far as I'm concerned. He's just, him and Jody are not the same person, of course, but I mean, I feel the same towards both of them. You know, I feel my care and concern for Zach is just as much as it is for Jody. And so yeah, it hurt hearing him hurt. But I think at the end of the day, what we need to take out of it is, dude's been caught. He's making amends, making up for it, whatever. Bottom line, we know him for what he is now, and we are more educated and can make better decisions as far as interacting with him. So as far as the punishment goes, whatever happens, happens. Hopefully the right thing happens. But I'd like to just kind of put him behind us, stop tearing him down, and go back to building each other up. You know, go back to our nice golden bubble of our knife and EDC community, and encourage each other, congratulate each other, you know, share with each other, be generous with each other. Let's not be a bunch of sliceys, guys. Let's just let's do the next right thing, take care of each other, and you know, and do what, I mean, honestly, what I believe Zach would want us to do, and that's just to go back to being positive, and DSKFS, you know, like, for real, that's his mantra. That's what he wants us to do. I mean, talking about him like he's gone, but no, Zach's hurting, and we be there for him, and we support him like we always do. And you know, maybe just a little word of encouragement, you know, say, hey man, sorry you went through that, I hate that for you, you didn't deserve it, but we're here for you. Ever need anything, I'm here. Just, you know, let him know you're there for him, because I'm sure that could really help at this point in time right now. Everybody likes to know that people are there for them. And so with that being said, guys, I'm here for you, and I'm going to tell you like I told Zach, because I know nobody's going to get one that means worth a damn from old shitbag. But on behalf of Brian Slicey Dicey, the piece of shit ball, I'm sorry, guys. You know, hey, that was our bad. We dropped the ball. You know, as you know, YouTubers, it's kind of our responsibility to look out for y'all. Like, you know, we do get a, you know, we do get a better view of things, you know, from where we're at, which is basically in the ditch on the side of the road making videos. But you know, we do get it. We are privy to more information than is passed along to everybody in the community. So, you know, the people that are privy to that communication, be good stewards of it. You know, if you have any inkling of, hey, this might need to be passed along to somebody, this could potentially be another you know what situation, do it. You know, I think it's on all of us. I'll take responsibility for all of us. We should have been paying more attention. You know, obviously there's been murmurs of this for years, even though not everybody's heard it. But the people that did hear it and knew what was going on, you know, and it's not an easy task, but and you don't know what the right thing is to do. But now, after going through this, maybe next time it'll be easier to kind of suss out and get him out of the community before, or at least, you know, confront him and hold him accountable before any more damage is done than is necessary. But yeah, so that's my feelings on it, guys. I know I was all over the place, and I'm sorry about that, but my mind's kind of anyway. So, but I'm here for you guys. If you need to talk, I don't know, maybe this affected you some sort of way and you would want somebody to talk to, I'm always available to talk to. I may not have the answers or the right things, like the right words to give you, but I've got 2 ears and I'll put them to good use. So contact me anytime. If we're friends on Facebook, you know, message me on Facebook Messenger. If we're in contact on Instagram, message me on Instagram. If you're not on either one of those, shoot me an email and I'll drop it down in the description. But shoot me an email at GratefulPanic.EDC @gmail.com. I love you guys, and I want nothing but the best for you, and I'll do my very best to make sure that happens. Thank you for stopping by, guys, and you know you're welcome back anytime. And until next time, get on out there, EDC your ass off, and do something nice for somebody. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.